Today we're in Delhi, India. We are so happy to be here because there is so much incredible street food.
This city has a phenomenal food culture. We can't wait to share what we find with you.
We're taking you into the heart of Delhi's food culture, winding our way through the alleys and laneways of Old Delhi to show you heritage food vendors that are hundreds of years old. We share with you traditional Indian dishes and the street food that locals love to eat. This is our 5th video from Delhi. Watch out for crispy, golden, spicy fried chicken from a local favourite and witness the spectacle of Indian street side cooking at its finest. Join us as we head into the suburbs of Delhi to a neighbourhood snack bar for sensational chaat and get sucked into the chaos of Old Delhi on the hunt for delicious lentil fritters and a winter specialty, shahi tukda, India's answer to bread and butter pudding. In this 11-part India series, we'll show you some of the country's best food, from unique dishes dating back hundreds of years to irresistible street food. You don't want to miss this series. Get ready for some mouth-watering food.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate.
We hope you're hungry. Let's eat.
We've been in Delhi for a little over a week now and we've been filming some amazing, delicious food. Oh, hey! We've just walked past a cow. Cows in India are sacred. It is very common to see cows just roaming the streets like here. We're just in a residential neighbourhood. So we've been zipping all around Delhi filming a bunch of different foods. The food scene here is so varied, so diverse. And today is going to be no different. We're going to be eating a bunch of delicious foods. We're off to find some chaat, which are savoury snacks. This is the chaat shop that we want to visit, this green one here. And I can see actually all of the chaat inside, all of the different ingredients that make up chaat. When you order chaat, it comes with maybe sometimes 10 or 15 different ingredients. It's always very delicious. Namaste. One ballah papdi.
One ballah papdi.
Yes. Dhanyavad. We can get right close to the gentleman who's making the chaat. He's got all sorts of different ingredients. We ordered a ballah papdi. You can see here some crispy fritters. He's popped some rice krispies on top, some lentils and chickpeas. And then on goes that dahi, or the curd, the creamy yogurt. Wow, looks swadish. Pomegranate too. Swadish. Dhanyavad. Woohoo! Look at this beautiful plate of colour. Let's head over to this Lena and get into it.
This ballah papdi is absolutely stunning. I mean, look at that for a plate of food. Chaat generally in India is beautiful, but this just takes the cake for me. It is so pretty, this stack of ingredients here. And I really like the stall. This green really makes it stand out. It's the guy sitting in the window here, crowds of people coming in, and man alive, this looks so good. So we've got a ton of stuff on here. So the ballah papdi, it's the sort of the two main ingredients. It's just two separate words. So under here is a lentil. Oh, look at that, it's been all crushed up. So a lentil donut, basically, and that's been crushed on. And then we've got these crunchier bits that are basically just like a wheat chip, a little deep fried crunchy chip, which are going to soften up because they're covered in the curd. And then in the colour you can see in the curd, so you got the green and the brown, so that'll be a tamarind chutney, the brown, and probably a coriander chutney, the green. Then we've got these pomegranate seeds on here. Oh look, there's a chickpea. These pomegranate seeds, which are just the most stunning deep red colour. And oh, there's a chili there hanging out as well. And then on the top here, I believe that's some ginger. It looks like some freshly julienned ginger on top. Oh man, bit of everything. Oh man. Oh, that is unbelievable. There's potato in there as well. I got a little rice puff, like a Rice Krispie. Oh, and that was one of the chips I had. That was super crunchy. The yogurt's very fresh. That's very cold, the yogurt. It's got some really good spice, chili, and he sprinkled other spices on there. So it's got a lot of levels of spice. Oh, and those pomegranate seeds, just pop in your mouth. Let's get some more with potato, pomegranate seeds, but particularly I want a bit with more ginger. I really want to get that flavor. Oh, wow. The ginger's a very mild flavor actually, so you're getting a beautiful heat from the ginger, but it's not too overriding. It's been cut very nice and thin. Eating chaat like this is such a great experience, and it's a real North Indian thing. So what you find is there's actually a lot of dishes, and they often have the same ingredients, just things are a slightly different shape, or the way they put the combinations together slightly different. So this restaurant does have a big menu of different dishes they do. This is their specialty, so this is the real famous one, but they do a number of different things. You can see right here in the window actually, it's sort of all the different styles, and these little puris, these are puffed ones, whereas I've got flat ones in here. So different styles of the same thing, and they combo them up, and man, the flavor is just unreal. Unbelievable. And you'll find these little stalls all over the city, always snack style, so stand up and eat them, quick eats, fun eats, texturally always mixed up, so lots of different textures and flavors going on, so a quick hit of great textures, flavors. It's a very cool stall. Wow.
We caught the metro to another part of town. We have come to Old Delhi. I love this part of town. It's probably my favorite part of the city. It is a bustling area full of laneways. There's always people rammed into the laneways, shopping and of course eating. Now I can see our stop up ahead. It is a tiny little hole in the wall selling pakodas or lentil fritters. There's a lot of people in front of it. See what I mean? It is just all go. Let's see what they've got frying up. The stall's actually set quite far back into this area here. They've got a big tray filled with all these deep fried goodies. Namaste. Namaste. Do you have any kalme vada pakoda?
Pakoda, snacks.
Perfect. Yes, please. So they've got all sorts of deep fried snacks, and the guy over there is actually, he's not frying some at the moment, but he's got a big tub of hot oil and he'll be making the fritters and popping them in there when this needs a top up. I've got a bowl of deep fried goodies in hand. The stall is just over there. It's a really cute little stall. The walls are sort of black from all of the oil that's come up from the deep frying and whatnot. It's got a ton of people standing around it, and I love how Old Delhi is just full of life. It's really chaotic in a really beautiful way, and it's just constant people walking past, constant bicycle rickshaws, people carrying stuff on their heads, and so I'm just going to press against the wall here and get into this bowl of treats. So he gave me a real mix of things. This here is the pakora, so the deep fried lentil fritter. It's got some leaves in it, some spices and whatnot, and then I think these are deep fried wedges of sweet potato, some more lentil balls of some sort. Everything's in a lentil batter. They had a big pot of the batter up the back there, and it was very golden yellow in colour. And what he did was he sloshed a whole lot of green chutneys, probably coriander chutney, over the top. Let's just get into this sort of chip here. It's got some of that coriander chutney on it. I thought it was sweet potato, but it's actually just normal potato. Very creamy. That lentil batter is quite thick and crunchy. Has a lot of substance to it. I really like that chutney. It's got a great heat to it. Beautiful coriander flavour. This pakoda is covered in green chutney. I'm gonna go for this one. It definitely needs the chutney because the fritter itself is quite dry, but with the chutney it's perfect. You can taste a little bit of chili in there. I think the green is a very mild green chili. Very savoury, quite salty. This is a great set of little snacks we've got here. And I just love the chaos. So we've got the bicycle rickshaw going past, followed by the motorbike, and then behind Thomas is a guy with a massive stack of stuff on his head. It's just chaos, I love it.
We're now wandering the streets of Old Delhi, and it's just so full of life. It's such an incredible place to be. I mean, everywhere you look, there's something going on. These guys are pushing a huge cart of flour or something. Uh-oh, now I'm in everyone's way. Got some guavas coming through. I've lost track of Sheena. Sheena's stuck by her bike. Okay, Sheena's in the middle of the road. I'm over here. Things are crazy here. She's literally stuck in the middle of the road. Come this way. Wow, so Old Delhi is just crazy. It's so full on. And it really makes you feel alive because as a traveler, it's just insane. It's an amazing place to visit with incredible food. I love wandering these streets.
This part of Old Delhi is a great part of town to sample Mughlai cuisine. The Mughal Empire actually ruled northern India from the early 16th century right through to the late 18th century. They were a Muslim dynasty, and obviously the food culture has retained to this day. It's very meat heavy, very rich, so all the biryanis, all the kebabs, all the kormas and whatnot, you can sample all of those foods along this stretch. Now we're actually going to stop at this place. We have walked past it so many times, and every time my mouth is absolutely watered. Assalamu alaikum. My mouth is just watered because what they serve is fried chicken. Assalamu alaikum. And you can see here, oh, look at the fried chicken. If you've subscribed to our channel and if you watched our videos before, you know that I'm an absolute fried chicken fiend. I can't resist it. So today's the day, tonight's the night. Look at all of that fried chicken and all of this, all those chicken pieces going into that hot oil. Wow. This spot is so cool. So the restaurant is open and all of the cooking is taking place out the front of the restaurant, all out onto the street, facing the street, and it is all go. They've got a huge pot of chicken which is marinating in a quite a thin spice filled marinade, and then it's just going straight into that hot oil. Now they only serve two things here, or three things at this restaurant. They serve fried chicken, fried fish and roti to go with it. So we ordered half a fried chook, look at it, all on the bone, just cut up. And then we've got two really thin rumali roti to go with it. Look how paper thin that roti is. And then there's some sauce here for the chicken to be dunked into. And then we've got some fresh onion. I'm gonna squeeze a ton of that lime onto that onion. Let's get into this chicken. I'm gonna grab this drumstick here. Look at how crispy it is and all of that spice which is coating that chicken. I love how it's just all on the bone. I'm gonna dip it in that sauce that comes with it. Holy moly, that's good. It is so tender and very juicy still, that chicken. I love how the marinade is just crisped up enough. It's not a batter. It's just crispy on that skin. It's got a great spice. This sauce is quite spicy, so and chili heat. Mm. I'm so happy to be getting a fried chicken fix. Crunchy, juicy, tender, spicy. Oh, this chicken is unbelievable. This plate is going to disappear very rapidly, I reckon. Let's get a pile of these fresh onions. These are going to be perfect, actually. I love it. Cut through the richness of the fried chook, refreshes your mouth, and then you can dive straight back in to that oily, crispy, delicious fried chook. Fried chicken feast done. Now we are heading for some dessert, and dessert is literally just right across the road, which is very convenient. Let's just navigate our way across the road. So much tooting and honking. Now this is what we're after. It is called shahi tukda. It's a traditional Indian, sort of like a bread pudding. It's got loads of different ingredients in it. It looks so beautiful. Shukriya. How beautiful. Look at all that cream. Delicious.
We've got the shahi tukda, and this is a very interesting dessert because it's a bread-based dessert. They take bread and they deep fry it in ghee, and then they add a whole lot of sugar syrup. It's got cream all over the top, dried fruit. So they layer it all up. But now he's just working it in this pan, and he's scooping the sugar syrup up on it, breaking it down because it's hot. That pan is heated. So he's just constantly moving it, making sure it doesn't stick, getting that sugar syrup all through it. And look how beautiful it looks. So you've got some cream on top. It's really nice and hot. Oh, it's swimming in that sugar syrup. Oh, yum. Oh, really good sweetness. Oh, the bread has taken on the flavour of the ghee as it's been fried, so it's got a real butteriness. But then because there's so much sugar syrup amongst the dish and being poured over it now, there's this buttery and sweetness, so you've got these clashing flavours, and it's so good. And that cream on top just adds a whole nother dimension. And so does this dried fruit. I'm not actually sure what that red dried fruit is, but adds a nice tanginess to the dish. I've just asked the guy what the fruit is, and he said it's cherry, so that's why I'm getting that real sort of a tanginess from it. And it's really big pieces. Oh, it's perfectly put together. So it's got some spices in there as well, so everything going on in there is really great. It's just a perfect combination, and I really love the stand. It looks so beautiful sitting here with all the red bits on top and the white cream there. Very pretty to look at as well. One of the things I have is real prettiness in amongst all the chaos. They go together really well. It's fantastic.
Sheena was going to be holding the raw chook, so there's literally all of the
India, right?